was a kid with a lot of imagination. I was always creating stories in my head, and in my stories, I always had some kind of superpower. One of my favorite superpowers is flying. I would imagine myself swooping down from the sky to observe people from above, and flying up to chase a squirrel crossing a power line. For my Zenith project, I wanted to use a method I haven't tried yet to tell a story about superheroes: collages and claymation. Using observational drawings of a wooden doll, using many different mediums and poses to represent the individual heroes, I created superheroes with their unique superpowers. The power to run fast, fly, create energy balls, control wind, and create tornadoes by spinning. After I drew the figures, I cut them out to make a collage of them interacting with each other. In order to show power emanating from them, I drew swirls of energy as a background. But then when I added in the superheroes, they were camouflaged within the swirls and became invisible. Thus, I accidentally created my first final piece, named Hidden Superheroes. But this accident, in reality, turned out to be significant, because when you carefully observe and get to know people, you realize that some people are actually superheroes. They are super moms, super workers, super pianists, super travelers, super funny, etc. They are hidden among us until we discover them. I'm so glad that I chose this topic because it became more and more meaningful as I was able to reflect on many things about myself, my family, and my environment. When I was young, I loved to doodle, and I still do now. It happens almost subconsciously, and for me, doodling is not just a habit, but also a deliberate way for me to brainstorm. Along the lines of hidden superheroes, I started doodling faces and people onto loose pages of books. By using blank ink, the drawings were almost blended in with the letters of the words on the loose pages, thus creating an intentional camouflage. This was different from hiding in the swirls of colorful energy paths. Using both the colorful superhero figure cutouts and the loose pages, I was able to make different collages. Just by changing the positions of the different characters, I can tell a completely different story by creating different situations and different interactions among the characters. Making collages with figure drawings was almost addictive because it was sort of like playing with dolls and creating make-believe stories. A flying superhero can suddenly turn into a diver or a swimmer. A superhero that can twirl and create tornadoes can transform into a dancer. From this project, I learned that stories that can be created are infinite. Really, the limit is your imagination. When you play with dolls long enough, inevitably you can't help exploring more personal stories. That's when I decided that the superheroes represent my family members. The 5 figures represent me, my twin brother, my little sister, my mom, and my dad. A lot has transpired within our family during the last 4 years of high school, but they're the ones who helped me get through it. As I reflected, I realized that the figure that represents me is the one with the power to create tornadoes at the top, which I often did a lot at home, causing the household to get sucked into my hectic life. I used to complain that each person was preoccupied with their own life and that we weren't supporting each other. But as I explored different layouts of the figures, I was reminded of how my little sister had always supported me, even when I was going through mental illness. I realized that my dad was always supporting the whole family, working hard and making sacrifices. My mom always relied on my dad, while working hard to cook and provide other essentials for us. My brother worked hard in school to get good grades, to make my parents proud. He and my little sister brought happy dynamic to the family. The process of exploring different layouts of the superheroes, I was reminded of the supportive aspects of our family. I am grateful for my family. I'm graduating this year from high school. Despite the crazy ups and downs of the last 4 years, I'm graduating successfully, not just from high school, but from the crazy emotional roller coaster of adolescence. As I am launched into adulthood, I'll look back and see that each family member's superpower and their way of showing love created our unique family. This is the family that I belong to and I embrace. My family are the superheroes in my life. The Zenith project was very meaningful to me because I was able to utilize art to express the family dynamics, which has always been somewhat of a struggle for me. Through art, what cannot be told explicitly in words can still be communicated.